welcome to Way to Sun. I'm going to place that there because I keep looking at the wrong spot. Today I'm doing a video that was requested a couple of weeks ago, and I promised her it would be up by Wednesday, so I need to get it done. But the question was asked, what can you expect at Disney? This is kind of a loaded question. I've approached it with the practical side. I hope that's what she's looking for. But I'm just going to kind of delve right into this. I came up with 8 points that I want to make sure I stress that you should be aware. Oh. Okay, my mom called. You have to answer when the mom calls, right? Okay, so the first topic I want to talk about, number 1, is crowds. I have been watching some vlogs from people that are at Disney right now as we are recording this, and as it's being released, they have been putting up daily vlogs while they are at Disney World, and they mentioned even in the vlogs, they've been talking to cast members, and even the cast members are saying there's no downtime anymore. There's no lull in crowds. It's crowded all the time. So, you know, just make sure that when you go, you're not expecting this casual walk along Main Street or down Hollywood Boulevard at Hollywood Studios, because the fact of the matter is there's people there all the time, and it's always a lot of people. So the next thing I want to make sure I talk about, and unless you're going in January or February, so number 2 here, is heat. It is hot, and it's not just like Arizona hot. I'm not sure where this person is traveling from, but Florida heat just draws the breath right out of you. It hits you in the face, and you're just like, I can't breathe. It gets that hot and muggy. So the one thing you need to make sure that you do is drink lots and lots and lots and lots of water. Be prepared to take breaks in shade, drink some water, buy some of those fans that mist you and spray you and can fan you at the same time. I actually bought one at Disney a few years ago. One of my favorite souvenirs ever is that fan. I love it. And as a matter of fact, this last time that we went to Disney, we flew, so I didn't take it, and I really missed it. So this next trip, I'm going to have to find a room in my luggage for it, because you just really like that fresh, cool mist on you. Be prepared to go back to your resort or back to your hotel, especially if you're staying on site in the afternoon, the hottest part of the day, and let the kids swim, eat lunch in a nice, cool, you know, resort, what's the word I'm looking for, guys? I'm sorry, food court, or in your resort room. You can order, they have room service, you can bring food. They have, I don't think there's a resort now that doesn't have a refrigerator in the room. I think they all do. So you can bring lunch meat or, I don't know, whatever you eat for lunch, you know, and keep it in your fridge, fruits, vegetables, that kind of stuff. So, you know, be prepared that way, that it's going to be hot. Unless you're there in the middle of January and through February, it's going to be hot. And along with that hot comes the sun, of course. And a lot of people don't realize, even when it's even when you think it's not going to be sunny because it's been rainy, the sun will come back out. It's Florida. Stick around. The weather will change in about 5 minutes, and you'll be like, wait, I see sun. So expect the sun. That means the temps are going to be high, and that means you're going to need sunscreen. And even when you think there's not sun, or when you think you're not going to be getting burnt, you're still going to get burnt. Use sunscreen a lot. Expect UV rays to get to you and burn you like you have never been burnt before. And then, of course, like I was just mentioning, the rain. It's Florida. It's going to rain. You can expect at some point in your vacation to deal with rain. But like I said, stick around. Wait for it to clear up, or go back to your resort. That's a great time to go back to your resort. Chill out in your room for a while. Have your snacks. Have a break. Just not be on your feet. Not be fighting the rest of the crowd. That's when, when you know that rain's going to be there for the next hour, go take a break. The next thing that I'm going to talk about, it's expensive. No matter how well you plan, no matter what you're planning for, Disney World is just expensive. If you've got little ones that you're taking and you can plan this far ahead and you can travel with extra items, buy some souvenirs and stuff outside of Disney property. This is one of the best tips I think I've ever heard or ever given to anybody. Because sometimes you can find stuff outside of the parks, like at Walmart and Target and even at Dollar Tree. And you can find things that you're going to pay 6, 7, 10 times as much for in the park. And I'm not exaggerating, that's just the truth. Glow sticks are a big one. If you know your kiddos love glow sticks, go to the Dollar Tree and buy a bunch of glow sticks. Stick them in your park bag. Nighttime comes out, the parades are getting ready to start, the fireworks are getting ready to start, the vendors are walking around in these carts and they've got these really awesome little, glow sticks and they light and they twirl. I could have gotten the same one at Target Dollar Spot for $5. They're charging $20 for it at Disney World. No joke. So keep an eye on those bargains at other stores. Now, I'm not saying don't buy anything at all inside the park, because there's really something fun about being in this magical place and feeling this energy that is just out there crazy, and you're picking just this one item or this, 1 or 2 items that it's going to mean Disney to you forever, and it truly brings you or your child total joy. Then by all means, do it. Buy it. I'm not going to say don't buy something at Disney. I'm just saying, little things like that you can buy outside of the park will save you so much money inside the park. This also is going to go with food. If you have children who eat 3 bites and they're done, you don't want to get a dining plan that they have to be on, because you're wasting money. You guys can go in the parks, buy meals, split them between you, because trust me, the servings are huge. Hubby and I shared meals, I think our last trip, 5 times, 6 times, we were able to share a meal. And we would do it on days when we know we were going to what I would call a big restaurant, like days when we were going to Chef Mickey's. That morning we didn't eat breakfast because we were going for an 11:30 brunch. Why would I eat breakfast at 9 o'clock, which is when we get up, and then go eat lunch at 11:30 and only eat a half a plate of food? Oh, no. I saved that appetite, and I mowed at 11:30. We didn't feel like eating again until 7 o'clock that night, and then we got one meal and split it because it was that big of a meal to split. We could do it, and that was a quick service meal. So, think about that. Add that stuff up. That'll save you money as well. Another thing you might want to consider buying, going back to the weather and the rain, ponchos. You can buy those, Walmart, Dollar Tree, and pay no, they don't say Disney World on them. But it's to protect the rain. Do we really care if it says Disney World on it? I would rather have that money for that extra special souvenir or that extra special dinner that, we will have the memory of forever than a poncho that I'm probably going to throw away because they never dry all the way and they get moldy and mildewy when you try to put them away. Save that money. Go get one at Walmart. Dollar Tree gets them in seasonally, and save money that way. The next item I'm going to talk about, and this one I think would be just a given, but I'm always amazed at how many people say, I didn't realize walking. Walking. I have heard reports of people who have walked 10 miles in one day. One day at Disney World. Yes, it is that big. The parks are that big. And especially if you haven't been able to plan your day out, or if your fast passes have you going from one side of the park to the other side of the park to the other side of the park, back to the front side of the park, and your dinner reservations are in there somewhere, you're going to put on miles. So be prepared to walk. Have good walking shoes. If you're not a person who walks a lot to begin with, you're probably going to start training for Disney World. And I'm not exaggerating, guys. I'm really not. If anybody has any other ideas on how to better prepare for the walking at Disney, let me know, because It is insane how much walking happens at Disney World. Number 7, lines. Lines, 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 lines. With these crowds comes lines. You're going to wait in a line. This is another Dollar Tree tip. Go buy little things of bubbles. Go buy little, fun little toys or little card game, not even card games, but like the little tablets that your kids can write in. Little activities that they can do while sitting in a stroller or while sitting on the ground. Don't be ashamed, people. The ground was there before the chairs were, just saying. Sometimes the lines continuously move. Sometimes they don't. But I love the idea of the bubbles. I've seen a lot of people do that now. You can get those little bottles of bubbles. Stick 1 or 2 in your park bag. I would put it in a Ziploc baggie just to be safe. But stick it in your park bag. You're in line. Your kid's getting restless. Everybody loves bubbles. Just saying. Dory's friend had it right. Or Nemo's friend had it right. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about, and this is if you have followed all number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 above this, smiles. If you've taken all this into account and you've done just a little bit of planning, put a little bit of thought into how your family handles certain situations. If you know you've got children who don't do well in high heat, you might want to plan your vacation for a season when it's not such high heat. If you know you've got children who have to eat at specific times or within a specific time frame, pack snacks. You can take food in the park. If you do all of this stuff, if you take all of these tips that you can, and I'm telling you right now, you will never be 100% prepared. There's just no way. Something will inevitably come up and you'll be like, oh, why? Like, I just didn't think of that. It happens. It happens to everybody. If you do numbers 1 through 7, number 8 will be a given. It will happen. I promise. Smiles. We always end up with smiles in our pictures. We always end up with memories that walk away and make us smile months and months and months later. It is one of the most magical places on earth. I've seen some pretty amazing things. I've witnessed the birth of both of my grandsons. And those are the only things that top my smiles that I get from Disney World. So, and I know I'm a complete Dis nerd. I own it. I love it. I won't forsake it. I cannot tell you enough how excited I am that you're going to Disney World. That's amazing. Enjoy your trip. Expect the unexpected. Plan for the plannable. And then just take it as it comes. Enjoy yourself. Smile. Treasure just the littlest moments, because I'm telling you, those moments later, you're like, oh, it was awesome. And be happy while you're there. Don't expect everything to be perfect, but do expect to have fun. Do expect to enjoy things and experience new things and see new things and smell new things and taste new things and touch new things and Disney. Right? That's what it's all about. So, hey everybody, I hope this was informational. I hope this was helpful. I really hope that whoever asked the question responds down below with thank you for answering, or that was what I needed, or if you need something else, if it's not quite what you needed, please let me know. If you guys have any other questions, concerns, or comments about Disney World, put them in the comments below. I'll get to them when I can. I do post Walt Disney Wednesday videos on Wednesdays, so it'll come up as quickly as the Wednesday comes up that I can get it there. I hope everybody has a fantastic day. If you're new, please subscribe. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And to all of my new subbies, hi! And I will see everybody later. Bye.